a couple of minutes early. I was supposed to do 3 minutes, but 7:15. So let me get the plane on anyway. I just jumped on. All right. All right. Cool. All right. There we go. All right. Good morning. Good morning, people. It is actually six. It's 7:15 here in the Philippines, and I know it's about 7:15 your time, Eastern time. So I'm gonna get started. We're gonna do a Q&A today on buying land or obtaining land in the Philippines. I'm just waiting for some people to come up in the chat, and then I'm gonna start. We got one person right now. Okay, so I'm waiting for a couple more people to join the chat, and so I can get in this thing and we can do it. All right, let me just get two more people, and I'm gonna start talking about how we can how other people can buy land Q&A in the Philippines. So that's what I'm doing now. I was supposed to start at 7:15. I started 3 minutes early by accident. Like I said, I'm still learning how to use this thing. So y'all bear with me. It's two people. I get one more person in the chat. One more. I'm not looking for. What's up, J Day? Dang, all right, that's quick. What's up, Mr. Day? How's everything? Use it, add moderator. No, I don't need all that stuff. Yeah, so Q&A. We only a minute, almost 2 minutes into it. I'm looking for just one more body, and we're gonna go into this Q&A, and then as people join in, we can just let them know what's going on. So that's what's going on now with this buying land in the Philippines. I think I got some good information for everybody that's interested. I've been getting hit up in my comments, people asking how to get in contact with me. They want to know more about buying land. So I decided to get up this morning. It's early, man. This morning and actually go with it. Tell you what I'm going to do. I got two people. It's 2 minutes and 32 seconds into it. So when I hit the 3 minute mark, I'm just going to start talking. And anybody that got questions and concerns, this is your time to get it in. All right. So how about that? All right. So buying land in the Philippines. I'm sorry. I'm also no table. I'm just outside doing my stream. So if it moves a little bit, I'm trying to hold this thing still. So here we go. Here we go. It's the 3 minute mark, and we going for it. So buying land in the Philippines. How do you go about doing it? Most people already know you trying to buy land in the Philippines. The first thing is foreigners, I gotta give it to you, cannot own land in the Philippines. We already know that. Foreigners cannot own land in the Philippines. It doesn't matter if you're married, if you're rich, whatever. We're not allowed to own land. So then the question goes to, well, how the hell do you get the land in the Philippines? There's several ways to obtain land in the Philippines. Um, I'm gonna give it the most extreme that people do, but a lot of people don't want to do. The number one best way to own land in the Philippines is to actually marry a Filipino. And by marrying a Filipino, boom, now you can own land. And the way it works when you marry a Filipino is that Filipino puts her name on the land, and then you put your name on the house, and that's how it goes. But you never actually own the land. And I know that makes a lot of people squeamish. I got three people in the chat. All right, that's good. I know that makes a lot of people squeamish on buying land because they're like, yo, what happened if my wife dip on me and kick me off my own land and now I have a house? So now we're going to get into it. Like I said, three people. So we're going to get into how to attain land in the Philippines. Couple of ways. Make it yours. Try to make it safe for you. All right. So the number one way that I like and that I talked about on my last post was I lease land for $1. People go, how the hell you lease land for $1 for 25 years? Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all the real. This is gonna be no filters. I'm gonna be transparent with you guys, right? All right, good information, sir. Thanks, Mr. Filipino. Are you located? Andrew. Okay, so I'm in Bohol, Philippines, right? But I've been actually looking at condos in Cebu, Manila, Dumaguete, land also. But I'm in Bohol, it's a big island out in the Philippines next to Cebu. That's where I'm at. Um, but what I'm going to try to start doing, this was recommended. I'm going to give him a shout out. My boy J Day the Traveler. Y'all need to check out his channel. I'm going to put his name down in the description also. We'll put his link in there. But what he suggested to me is that I start actually on this side since I'm on the ground. I know I got a baby over here. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. So what he suggested that I do is actually that I start uh, finding people who wants to lease you land, right? And I'm moving. I'm changing my surroundings. Who wants trying to dance? All right. So here we go. Just trying to find me a better home where I can get better signal and do what I gotta do. There we go. Bear with me. All right. The office out here. Still building my house. So, all right. So here we go. I'm gonna sit on this side so I'm not in the sun. All right, there we go. All right. So again, leasing land in the Philippines, I say is the way to go because you can't buy it. So the way you lease land is here in the Philippines, you can lease land for 25 years. You can lease land for 25 years. After 25 years, you could do another lease for another 25 years. And I know people are going to say, well, why am I going to lease? I want to own my own land, put my house on it. I'm going to get to you my mindset, my thinking, and y'all comment in and think about it. Okay, I'm 53 years old. So I lease land for 25 years. 25 years, I'm 79, 80 years old. I'm about to die, right? Let's just say that, whatever, right? And life is not promised to me. So I'm no longer thinking in the mindset of America is buying a house, saving a house, flipping a house, right? Or even leaving the house to my children. I'm thinking the mindset of this. I'm gonna give you the breakdown of my numbers. I'm thinking of it in terms of, hey, I lease this land for pennies on the dollar. I'll build me a house. Let's go with my budget is 23, but let's just say if you do the math on your calculator, I leased the land for $20,000, right? Okay, so now I got the land for 20,000. If you do 20,000 divided by 25 years, and then you do 25 years, right? You divide that number by the months that you pay, it comes out to your mortgage is actually $66 a month. I got goats too, man. Sorry about the sound. It comes out to $66 a month. So when you break it down for 25 years, you could be paying a mortgage of $66 a month. And think of your house as more of a lease to own or rent to own, or even think about you being in the U.S. and you got a doggone apartment out there and you paying $1,700 a month, and at the end of 80 years of your life, you don't got that apartment no more. It's not yours. It's somebody else's. So think of it in terms of that when you wanting to get land in the Philippines. Now this is the caveat to it. Here it is, you paying $66 a month for 25 years, right? But if you paid the cash out, you're not even paying the $66. So now you got it free and clear. You already can't forfeit $20,000. You got your house free and clear. If you meet your nice Filipino lady out here, okay, when it's time for your demise, you leave her the house. But let's go a step further. You in your 50s or 45, going in the 50s, you want to have a baby. What you do is, it's another way to, here we go, another way to own the land. You want to have a baby. This guy schooled me out here. He said what you do is, all right, great way to explain this. Thanks, J Day. All right, that's my mentor, y'all. He's younger than me, but he's my mentor. J Day's on it. All right, but look, here we go. This is how you gonna do it. You have a child out here, and it's your male son, right? Your seed, that male son. All right, I'm gonna give you a name. So let's say your name is Eric Sanders. That's your name, Eric Sanders. You have a child. What do you name your son? Eric Sanders. Don't even put the junior in there. Just do Eric Sanders, right? Now you could go buy you land or buy the land that you leasing, put it in your son's name and the house. And when you do everything passport wise, Eric Sanders is your name. Eric Sanders is your son's name. They don't know who really owns the house. Is it your son or you? You do it acting everything in your behalf until your son comes of age or you reach your demise, and boom. Now, if you fear of the woman taking property or whatever, even though that's your wife or whatever, or not your wife, now when you go, you got that what is it, generation wealth. You leave that to your son. You leave the house to your son. There you go. And that's how you can actually own um, land, roundabout way, own land in the Philippines without buying it. You can just lease for 25 years. I got off of it, but I'm gonna jump back on it. You could. So what I'm doing is I'm leasing for 25 years, building my house. My house is not going over 25,000. Okay, and what I'm doing is lease the house. I mean, lease the land, buy the house. Now I got this house. When it come to 80 years old, or I'm not promised to make it to 80 years old, when I'm finished, the land goes back to, as y'all see in the videos, Archibald. It goes to her automatic. So I'm like, if she's rocking with me for 20 doggone years, right? When I go, I already did the math. She's 51. The house is yours. I'm not worried about. I'm not even on this earth anymore. So the house is yours. So that's my thought process. Like I said, most people process is I want to own my own house, but when you take it into United States, nobody own their own house. Nobody own their own house. You buy a house, you do your 30-year mortgage, then if you pay the house off, by this time you old now, and then what happens? The house actually goes to your kids and your grandkids. During that time, because you always got to pay taxes on the house, at any time your kids or grandkids cannot afford that doggone mortgage, we all know United States, what do? They come in, they take the house from their family, and then they doggone auction the house off to Joe Smo, and they keep the money. So when you think about America, you don't own it anyway. You don't own nothing. At least here, you got ownership for the next 25, 30 years. And the caveat to leasing for 25 years is at the end of 25 years, you can put in a contract, you earn the right to lease for another 25 years. That's in the Philippines, you can do it. You can lease for another 25 years, or you can put in a contract that I want the right to first right to buying the land. So like I said, if you get a child, you can go back to that leasing person and say, yo, I want to buy the land now outright, okay? And again, you put it in your son's name who got the same last name as you. And that's how you go about obtaining land in the Philippines. That's kind of how you get your citizenship, through either a child. If you want to chance it, marrying a woman and she own the land, then you do that. But if you want to go with, you want everything in your name, don't you can't own. So it's time to lease. This is how we get past the trials and tribulations of owning land. This is for actually Germany or Europe. This is for Thailand, and this is for Philippines. So it's not exclusive to just Philippines. You can do these to other countries that don't allow us to buy any land in their countries. That's your way around, your go around, or how they said, to work it out. I know y'all. I got all these animals. It's early in the morning and they getting up. But this is the life of the Philippines. I'm in the campo. I'm on the farm. Excuse the noise. But like I said, Q&A. If anybody got any questions, concerns, or anything like that, I'm more than happy to help you out and to obtain a land. And like I said, I'm gonna start going around. I'm in Behold, right? I'm in Behold. I'm gonna start going around and finding people with land and seeing if they're willing to lease land. And I'm gonna get a list of names. Yeah. Okay. I'll eat in a minute. So it's time to eat, but. And I'm gonna go around and start like I said, finding this land out for you guys. I'm gonna get a list. So if people want to come down, start looking at land, I'm already have people where you can already go check out their land, walk the land, see if it's for you. Come on, go cut it out, and see if it's for you. And and so I'm gonna be like your. I guess I'm gonna start up, kind of be the go between, not a realtor, but I'm gonna do the groundwork for you guys. This way, if you want to lease the land, I'll talk to owners about leasing their land to you. You negotiate the price. That's not going to be my thing. You get to negotiate the price, the terms, but on your negotiation skills, what I'm going to do on my end is I'm already going to tell them, you want to lease the land for at least 25 years. You don't want to pay more than, let's just say, because I got a skill, but let's just say you don't want to pay more than $100, $200 a month, or or maybe even $500 a year for the land for 25 years, and then at the end, the house that you put on there, if you put a $15,000 house on there, at the end of 25, 30 years, they got the house. You just helped their economy, because now in 25, 30 years from now, they got a house to leave their grandchildren because you're no longer there, right? You could put in the clause, if you got a girl that rocks with you could put in the clause that if you die, that she stays for the length of that contract, and then the house gets turned back over to her. Yeah, I got the kids too. They here. Say hi to everybody. All right. So so yeah. So so that's what you can do. So like I said, I mean at this point, when it comes to getting land in the Philippines, there are all kind of ways and opportunities that us foreigners can actually get land, live here comfortably, and enjoy ourselves. You know? And wait, come on, baby girl, I'm on the phone. I mean, I'm on my live. So this is my first friend that I met when I got here. So she hangs out with me all the doggone time. Yes, yes. Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah. So she hangs out with me. So I'm not gonna push her away for this live, but this is my little niece right here. You know, she calls me Uncle Nomad, and we rock together. We eat food together. We have fun all the time. So I'm not gonna push out the live. So, but anyway, getting back on topic, um, owning land in the Philippines. These are some of the ways that you can actually own land in the Philippines, and if anybody want to get at with me, I left my WhatsApp number in the description. We could talk more online. I can tell you exactly how I did it. Lawyers, negotiators. How does it work normally when leasing for 25 years? Can you pay monthly, quarterly, or yearly? All right, JD, good question. So the way it works is um, once you negotiate with your landowner, right? Or if you meet a woman that actually owns land, okay? If you meet a woman that actually owns the land already, and you still negotiate with a lawyer, the way it's going to work is you're gonna bring up your own terms. You're gonna make sure that what I use is fair and even, right? You're gonna make sure that they get something, you get something. It's gonna be fair and even on the terms. So you can do it where, hey, I'm gonna pay you. I got I got 5 grand right now. I'm gonna pay you 5 grand for the 25 years, and that's it. Leave me alone. Or you could turn around and be like, yo, I want to pay you $100 a month for 25 years. You know, as like a lease. You know, you got constant cash flow coming in. So it's up to you, JB. Thanks for the question. It's up to you on how you want to make it, and also if they agree to the terms. But what you have to understand, and it's a good thing out here, is because of the poverty level, this is not to put nobody down, but because of the poverty level out here, is that they're willing to negotiate with you and come to terms as long as they know that they can feed their family, buy rice every day. They're like, fine, this is cool. And with the what they're seeing for the future is that they're gonna get this land back when you're no longer available. So there you go. You know, when you meet your demise, they're doing an investment just like you do an investment. Your investment is you want this land for the lifespan of your life, right? And then when your life is no longer, You don't have to worry about your kids trying to come down, negotiating with the government, probate, all that stuff. You ain't got to deal with that because you're like, yo, this house is just for, it's here as long as I'm alive. Once it's gone, it goes back to the family you leased it from. It goes back into their name. I mean, well, the land is already in their name, but the house, everything is in their name. And now they just created generation wealth for their family, for their grandkids and grandkids to come. So it's a win-win for everybody. That's how I look at it. It's a win-win for everybody. Everybody gets something out the deal, out the pot. Nobody is left off the table like somebody been taken advantage of. And so that's the answer to your question. And that's pretty much how I went into it. You know, after this COVID thing, I actually revamped my life, my way of thinking, and I had a mortgage. I mean, if you see my first retirement video, I had a mortgage. I was still paying on. I had 24 more years on my house, half a mil, and I'm like, yo, when I pay this house off, I'm 80,000. I'm 80 years old. I pay the house off. 80 years old. I die. Of course, my kids get it. My kids ain't keeping a 4,500 square foot house. What they gonna do? They're pillage. They're gonna sell all my furniture, all my guns, all my firearms, and they're gonna sell the house and they're gonna split it. And on top of that, if my will ain't right, they're gonna fight each other for it. I know my kids gonna fight each other for it. I'm like, forget that. I got my little nest egg that's for the kids when I go. You get this, that's all you got. But I got rid of the house, so this house is all for me, for my lifestyle, for my way of living. That's the mindset I got. This is all for me now, right? I worked hard. I want to live the way I want to live. I don't want to worry about no kids trying to fight and this and that. And then also the thing you got to think about. Let's go with it. You meet a Filipino out here. She's by your side for 20, 30 years, and then you die. What did she get? I mean, if she put in her blood, sweat, and tears for you, what does she get when she goes? Because you know your kid's gonna be like, well, that's my blood. And a lot of times, um, the new wife, new girlfriend, whoever, your kids are X amount. And if the mother's still alive, she's on that. She's cheerleading for them to X out whoever you was rocking with and take everything. So this way, nothing gets taken. Everything goes to her. She got it. We have kids. Boom. It goes to the kids. Her lifestyle. Can you look at the renting of apartment for 25 years? I I did not look into the renting of an apartment for 25 years, but I'm pretty sure, yo, here where I'm at, they got doggone apartments and houses you can rent. We talking for $100, uh, $200, just like the DR in Thailand, 250. And so just think about it this way. Good question. You come down here, you don't want to deal with the land factor, you want to rent a house, and they telling you, let's go with a number of $100 a month, right? $100 a month times 12. Come on, somebody do the math. I ain't doing the math. But let's just say this doggone house, 1,200 times 25. Let's say this house is going to cost you at the end 75,000. I'm just throwing numbers. I ain't doing the math today, man. I'm too old for that, right? Okay, unless I really want to know. But let's say the house is going to cost you in 25 years 75,000 over the course of your life, and you paying $100 to $200, right, a month. All right, do your simple math. It's going to cost you 75,000. You tell them, yo, let me give you 40,000 now. I want to rent this house for 25 years. We do a contract. I got it for 40 years. 25 years. I'm going to bust you in the head for 25. I'm going to fix the house up to my liking when I'm here. Couple for me. I'm going to keep it for the 25. Now you 80. When they get the house back, they got a custom home off of your dime. You live the way you want to, and you broke them off out the gate, 40 grand. Or you do, hey, I'm going to pay you every 5 years. I give you 5,000 for the 25 years. You know, however you do the math. But you work it out. And I'm pretty sure they'd be like, yeah. So what I did is, I got footage I ain't put out yet. I went to Cebu. I checked out a condo. Condo was gonna cost me. What did condo say? How much? How much mil? 28,000.
28,000 per month.
28, but it was, I think it was like 1 mil. But anyway, 28,000, yeah, 28,000 condo per month. I had to pay it off in 5 years. Was gonna come up to, I was gonna be paying something like, I don't know,
One.
40 grand, 40 grand for a condo. You can actually own a condo here. That's another way to go. You can own a condo, and they said because I'm a foreigner, I'm gonna do that video. Because I'm a foreigner, I have to pay it off in 5 years. I can't do 10, 15, 20-year mortgage like I'm doing and like I did in the DR. I got in the DR. I got me on my condo, my 3-bedroom condo. I got me a 20-year mortgage, paying $400 a month, right? And then in December of this year, I can pay off the 20 grand that I own uh, free and clear. But they wanted to get 3 years of interest off me, and I'm like, that's cool. So to answer your question, you can rent. You can rent here. If you rent, you're not worrying about anything because, like I said, once you go back to the Lord up in the sky, you got to give it back to them. If you own a condo, same thing. It's yours outright. You pay it off in 5 years, and at your demise, it's going to somebody, right? And versus the buying of land here, because I see people coming in and out, versus the buying of land here, you treat it as a lease, rent to own, whatever. Treat it. It's as they say, the earth, Mother Earth is not yours anyway. You can't take her with you when you die. So stop looking in terms of I want to own, I want to keep it, and then when I die, it's gonna go to my family because you don't know what's gonna happen once it goes to your family. So looking in terms of is the life the lifespan of you. I'm gonna have this safety net for me. And you give yourself, I want to lease it for 25, 30 years, depending on your age. You give yourself a number. I want to lease it for this. It's mine. When I go, there's nobody fighting over it or nothing. It goes back to the family. You in the ground laid to rest, whether you go back to the United States to be buried or you buried Philippines or whatever country you in, and you had a good life. So again, that lease there, because I'm in I am part of the family with the family, they allowed $1 versus $100, $200, whatever. But I'm pretty sure if I went to Joe Smo Filipino, he would have said, "Hey, I want $200 a month, $100 a month to lease the land." They wouldn't have broke me in the head for no, $500,000 a month. So I know I would get the doggone land for pennies on a dollar, but it's still the same thing. Is you cut a deal, get yourself 25 years, you put in a contract that you want an option to release for another 25, that gives you a total of 50 years, and you want an option to buy the land, but the money you put in the land, half of that is going to go to what you're buying, right? So half is theirs, and then they got to give you a break on half. So let's say the land was selling for, let's just say $10,000, right? And you say, I want to lease the land for 25 years for 4 grand. Okay, so you lease it for 25 years. 7 years, you say, okay, let's make it half. You take away two of that grand, you put it towards um, the 10. I only got to pay you 8. I want to buy the land outright. But that's because now you're either putting it in the wife's name, which is a Filipino, or you turn around and say, I want to put it in my child's name, and you own the land. I mean, I'm trying to give it to y'all the simplest way that I can think about it in my head. That's legal and makes sense, and this is the way that works for me, right? And then, in 25 years from now, when you going, you ain't worrying about nothing with that land. Where it go, how it go, whatever, because you're like, if you got a wife, you ensure that she has the land. So that's for people who meets a Filipina and say you go find land elsewhere and she don't have any land. So you just go ahead and you do it that way. You know? So So this is how I'm hoping I'm being informative to everybody. But this is how I obtained the land here. Like I said, my goal is not over 25,000 on building the house. I don't need a fancy house here. Let's put it this way, not a fancy. I don't need a big house here because, as I talk about in my other videos, having a hub, living in 4 different countries, and if I'm moving every 3 to 4 months to go to each of my, as I call it, hubs to live, I'm 3 months here, 4 months here, 2 months there. I'm not even in the house that much. So when I come, I just need something comfortable. I don't need to have a big luxurious house like we do in the States. I'm not here to impress anybody anymore. Hell, when I turned 36, I gave up the timberlands and the bling bling. I gave it all to my son, and I was like, it's time for me to be grown. I just need to have stuff to make me happy. So no longer the bling bling. And now I invest my money into land and a little bit of stock market, and that's what I do. So, so I'm like, what's more important to me in my life is land, place to live, and food. That's my basic necessities. This is it. Y'all see this? Dude, when I came to the Philippines, when I go to the DR, I buy me two 6 packs of white teas, and this is how I rock. I'm just like everybody else. This is how I'm rocking. I'm like, it's no longer gotta have the name brand stuff, all the bling bling stuff, because they not dressing like that. So why should I dress like that? I want to blend in. I want to be a part of everybody. You know. So that's what I do. So anymore, I'm about to wrap this up because Mama just walked by. Everybody's coming to me and telling me I need to eat. Filipinos love to eat, y'all, and I mean, and they on time for their eating. This is the thing. This is the thing they do, and this is the things they do. So, I wanted to do this an hour, give y'all all the information. I'm gonna wrap it up in about the next 8 minutes. So if you got any questions, concerns, anything on that, like I said, ask me now. I'm more than happy to share. And that's part of my channel too. I gotta put this plug in there. Part of my channel, if y'all been watching, I'm just giving y'all information. Information on my true experience, things that I'm doing. My goal is to no longer be the crab in the barrel, pulling people down. I'm like, I'm out here finding out all this good information from different countries, and you guys sit at home. If you got questions because you about to make the move, pull the trigger, come ask me. I'm gonna give it to you. That's it. I'm gonna give you the real, the bad, the good, the ugly, the happiness of it. I'm here to give y'all the information that most people, when they get ahead, you know how it is. They don't want to share. They want to keep it to themselves like it's gold. I'm giving it because I want all of us, and I mean all of us, to live our best life. That's men and women. I'm not discriminating. I want all of us to live our best life. So anybody that's thinking about getting land, man, woman, child, whatever, yeah, get with me. Like I said, I left my number in the description. Get with me offline. We could talk more in length about it. I can answer your questions. I'm gonna start being able to give people contacts, where to go, who to talk to, builders. I'm getting in contact with builders, architects, lawyers. So that's what I'm doing now while I'm out here because I got nothing but time. So that's what I'm doing. I'm talking to everybody, and I'm getting this information to share with y'all. So you go, well, yo, I need a good lawyer. I'm like, oh, well, where you at? You in Cebu? You in Manila? Call this person. Call that person. They over there. They can handle it. They can help you out. You know, and you take it for what it is. If you like them, you use them. If not, then you go find your own. But at least I'm gonna start putting together a master list where I can just start throwing you out referrals to make your life much easier. While I go through all this meeting people, because they out here, they friendly. I know the people out here have land that either they don't want to give up because they want to keep it in their family, but they want to make money off the land. And what's the best way to make money off the land and don't give it up? Is to lease the land versus selling their land. Because if they lease it to you, they know the land gonna come back to them. They just gotta wait 25 years. Or depending on your age, if you're 60, you tell them, you know what, I only want to lease for 20 years or 15. You pick the number. Everything here is negotiable. You pick the number, the terms, how much you want to pay. Because of my position and the things that I'm doing out here, I got it for $1. So that's the lowest I think you can go to rock bottom price is $1. But if you can make an agreement and it's $200 a month, that's way less than what you're paying in the U.S. I know y'all guys agree with me on that. Way less than what you're paying in the U.S. And if you're renting, come on, times your rent times 5 years, and then times if you bought a house for 20 grand, right, cash, times that if you own the house and you spent the 20 grand and it's yours outright, what you be paying for 5 years. I bet you your rent that you pay now is gonna come out more than 20 grand. Because we already know if you paying $2,000 for an apartment in the US, that's already what? 2,400, right? So when you think about it, 2,400 in 2 years, you almost at your doggone what's that? 24, 5 grand. In about 5 years, 5 to 6 years, you already at your doggone 20 grand. You already maxed out, and none of that is yours. Here, you have ownership. So that's the way I look at it. So for you guys out there, I got to put this plug again. First, I want to thank J-Day. I'm going to give him his props. This man been on my neck, man. He's been keeping me on the straight and narrow with building up this channel. And it's been growing. It's been growing, right? I don't think Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm not looking for nothing to go viral. I'm just looking for me to get the information out. So it's been growing. And for those of y'all that's actually subscribed to me, yo, I appreciate y'all so much. I want to say thank y'all because without y'all, this channel probably would have stopped it. So y'all showing me the love. Y'all showing me that what I got to say is informative, and y'all want to know. In my comments, y'all like, hey, Nomad, yo, give me the hookup. Tell me how to do it. And that's my job now. That's my quest. Is to bring everybody up that I can. As they say in the military, no man left behind. I'm not leaving nobody behind. If you want to know what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, to be in all these different countries, to be buying these different houses, budgeting your money, stuff like that, different caveats, pick my brain, and I'm going to tell you what works for me. It's unconventional. My style is very unconventional. I'm going against the grind of what we was taught growing up, and it's working. So it's working. The proof is in the pudding for me. That's why I put this stuff out. It's not to brag. It's to show you guys that with the little bit I have, I can make it go a long way. Okay? No more robbing Peter to pay Paul. I am actually paying Paul on time, and Peter is just chilling. So there you go. So that's what I'm doing. So we at the 40-minute mark. We coming up. Again, I thank you guys. I'll be one last shot. Any other comments before I close this baby out? But anybody else that want to know, definitely hit me up on the WhatsApp. Comments, you can hit me on Instagram. Yeah, I'm promoting now, right? On Instagram, I think it's B-Man Wilson. I'm also a beekeeper, so that's why I'm out here with all these farm animals, because I do, my passion is farming. And hit me up offline, and we can have that one-on-one. And I'm just going to give y'all my knowledge. My knowledge. My knowledge is not for everybody. But I'm going to give y'all my knowledge. And until we meet again, I'll talk with y'all later. It's time for me to go eat. Everybody's waiting on me. I'm going to go eat. Like I said, it's 7:40 in the morning over here. And they serious about their breakfast time. All right? They got me up at 6. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Brooklyn Nomad is out once again. Bye-bye, guys. Okay, if I learn how to cut this baby off. Boom, there we go.